Hi guys, welcome to another interesting tutorial. So today we're going to learn how to draft basic sleeve for girls. If you've been looking for how to draft your basic sleeve, you're welcome to the right channel. So here are the measurements that will be needed for this pattern. We have the sleeve length 7. We have cap height. Cap height is calculated by dividing your chest measurement, the child's chest measurement, divided by 12 plus 0.5. In this case, we're working with 26 divided by 12 plus 0.5, which is 2.1 plus 0.5, which is 2.6. But for this tutorial, I'm going to be using 2.5. The round sleeve is 8 inches, while the bicep is 10. So here is the basic bodice that we drafted in the last tutorial. If you don't know how to draft a basic bodice for a girl, kindly refer to that tutorial. So we are going to use the measurements from here. But first and foremost, let's draft. I have my starting points here. So I'm going to come down from here and I'll measure my sleeve length. The sleeve length I'm working with is 7 inches. Then ½ inch sewing allowance so that I'll use it to sew it to the armhole, and also 1 inch. This is 7.5. Then 1 inch hemming allowance. That's 8.5. I'll mark it down. This is 7.5, 8.5. And I'll rule this into a straight line. Now I'll get my cap height. I said the cap height after calculation is 2.6, but I'll be using 2.5. Which is okay. 2.5 is very much okay. I'll rule that into a straight line. Let me rule this into a straight line also. Now I have my cap's height, I have my sleeve length plus 0.5, then I have my hemming allowance here, which is 1 inch. Now this is where I need my basic bodice. I'll bring this in and I'll measure what I have here on the armhole, excluding this ½ inch and excluding this 1 inch. We all know this is the sewing allowance for shoulder and also sewing allowance for the side seam. So I'm going to measure here. I'll measure it like this, like so. I hope you can see how I place it. Here I have 5.5. After measuring here, I have 5.5. I want you to see what I measured. This is how you place it. I have 5.5. Can you see? Now, that 5.5 that I measured, I'm going to bring it here. From here, I'm doing this so that the sleeve I'm drafting is going to fit directly into this armhole on the basic bodice. So I'll mark it down. You know, from the measurement here, I said the bicep is 10 inches. If I measure here, I have my 5 inches, which is, when I open up my sleeve, it's going to give me 10 inches. Mind you, this pattern is on fold. Okay, this is on fold. I'll rule this into a straight line. Now I'll get the midpoint here. This is 5.5. The midpoint, I'll mark it down. On that midpoint, I'm going to go up by 0.25 and also come down by 0.25. For most of you that do not know 0.25, 0.25 is 1/4 here, so which is 1/4. This is 0.25. This is half. So when you count 2, 1, 2, that's 0.25. This is 0.25. Come up by 0.25 and I'll go down by 0.25. For my back armhole, I'm drafting the back first. For my back armhole, I'm going to bring the curve like this. Can you see? Then I'll turn it back and do this and connect it here. That's the back curve. Then for the front, I'm coming down for this 0.25. Can you see how I'm placing my curve? Then I'm going to go in and curve it like so. So I have my front arm cycle and also my back arm cycle. We are almost done. For the sleeve length, I said the round sleeve length is 8. We are going to be dividing the 8 by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I'll mark my 4. Here, the sewing allowance I have on the basic bodice here is 1 inch. So from here, I'll mark 1 inch. Here also, I'll mark 1 inch. Then I'll roll this into a straight line. You can use curve or you can use straight, but I prefer to use my straight part of the ruler. So before I cut it out, I'm going to cut it out. You know, I have my sewing allowance of 1 inch over here. This is my 1 inch. Before I cut it out, in order not to have shortage when I'm sewing, I'm going to bend this in like this. I'm bending in my sewing allowance. This is my hemming allowance. After bending it in, can you see? That is when I'm going to cut. And when I'm cutting, I'll still show you. I'll cut like this and cut the back pattern out first. So I'm going to cut. I'm cutting the back sleeve first, the back arm cycle. After cutting, can you see what I'm talking about? If I didn't bend it in, there will be a shortage while sewing. Then I'll open the sleeve up. This is my sleeve. I've opened it up now. Can you see the sleeve? Then I'm going to cut. This is my back now. I have my back arm cycle here. Then I'm going to cut the front out. The front part of the sleeve is normally deeper than the back part. This is the front. So here we have our sleeve for 6 years old. We already have the basic bodice here. So if we are sewing and we sew this sleeve into this armhole, it's going to fit in directly. We have our basic sleeve here. So if you find this tutorial interesting and you find it helpful, kindly subscribe to my channel. Also, I would like you to give this video a thumbs up and also click on the notification bell in order for you to get notified whenever I drop another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.